Welcome everybody to the Forsaken Council live, and I don't mean to surprise you, but yes, I'm here. It's a Tuesday and I'm back. But yeah, no, thank you. Firstly, before we even start the show, I just want to take a minute and say thanks to the guys for holding the fort, really holding the fort down for me for the last couple of weeks while I've been a bit ill and a bit away. So thanks for that, guys. You've done a cracking job, and thank you all of the TFC community for supporting the show. Okay, guys. So this week, what have we got going? I know the update is not till Thursday, but we kind of already have that information, don't we? It's already available, so we're going to do our best to do it some justice. And it's a lot of information as well. It is a fair amount of information. So there may be a fair bit of slides tonight, but not hundreds.
It'll be fine, mate, as long as I don't talk too much.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm hoping that maybe you'll do the talking. No, just kidding. No, that's fine. So, do you want to just go straight into the slides, guys, or is there anything else we need to cover?
I've started.
Okay. Well, I shall highlight your screen now, Mark. There we are. TFC episode 23, August the 2nd, 2016. Oh, can I just say as well, right? I did notice something earlier before we get into this, that the show, the YouTube channel, is now peaked 100,000 viewers for our episodes. That's pretty impressive that we've managed to have 100,000 people watch our show so far. I thought that was amazing. So shout out to you guys for the support. And
you also noticed in 5 months we nearly got 5,000 members on TFC. It's
yeah,
30 short.
Yeah, so 1,000 a month, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Just more. We need everyone to subscribe. Click subscribe on the channel. That's the one we always forget to say. Anyway, Mark, do you want to lead the way, or shall I read them in? Or
you can if you want to. Yeah.
Well, there is 19 slides, but we will try not to talk about the stuff we don't need to. But this release includes the Magaships Part 2 notes, a Megaship NPC campaign, R&D materials, August raid event, August Forsaken missions, flagship submarine time-limited campaign, the August VXP weekend, the August Shard weekend, and new R&D levels. How much content is that for an episode?
That's not bad for one night, is it?
And I didn't even get out of breath once there, so I think that's pretty good going. Anyway.
Okay, and I'll just say quickly, Andrew made up these slides. Okay, he's worked tonight, but he actually took the time out this evening to make up the slides for us.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew, for that as well. You're an absolute gentleman.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you take this one, Mark.
Okay, so basically then clearly the P2P focus then is not set to change too much, apart from the fact that the megaships are about to roll out. Okay, they're on the horizon. So basically, once you've completed filling up your gantry, the level 91 target ships, okay, found in sector threat orange, they'll begin dropping the Hyperion fragments. A lot of people have been working on those, and once those fragments have all been collected, then you'll construct your Forsaken megaship, the Hyperion itself. They've decided what bits are going to come out to start with. Okay, you're going to get an engine, a bridge, and a weapon module. Basically, it looks like a God's Forsaken huge thud cannon gone wrong. Okay, so that's your basic building blocks, and we'll show some slides in a minute about that as well. It does say there obviously you can modify your modules. We've got a slide on that as well, which they can expand their capabilities. It basically says in your R&D, okay, that you accrue, okay, and through a separate system to the standard R&D now, you can steal off other players as well, as can part of the modules as well, part of the crafting. So it's all there to take, but it's all there to gain. So it works quite well. Okay.
A lot of information, but
yeah, it is a lot of information, but you know, as ever, I'll put up the PowerPoint slides onto PDF, and I'll post them on the page as well.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I mean, I just mean this week is there is a large amount to take in, but there's a lot of it on the forum as well, isn't there, Mark? So
there is definitely, yeah. So as you said on slide 2 of the megaships, then the new modules, okay, for the megaships will become available each with a unique ability and a distinctive character. Remember that megaships cannot attack, as we know, can't do PvE, can't attack anything other than a megaship. Basically, it's as simple as that. Okay, but this feature is going to launch this coming Thursday. So that'll be interesting as well. Now it says basically we've known sort of all that information up to date. So we'll jump forward and we'll go to part 2 of the information package basically. And here we go. So it says on the megaship that you can see there is under construction. Its engine, bridge, and weapon modules are the ones you're going to get to start with, and these essential building blocks actually are the key components of your of your mega ship. And the highlighted piece there, obviously, you'll notice that the white square located on the northeast section of this mega ship icon indicates that placement of a new module can be fitted to this tile. Once equipped, then obviously that module then will have its own range and its own arc and its own capabilities, a bit like a turret in your base sort of concept, I think, to be honest. And if we just quickly move forward then, and there we go, there's the component parts, and there's the upgrading of each of the weapons there on the right-hand side. So each one looks like you can go from 0.1 to 0.4, i.e. tier 4, okay, and each one looks like, like I say, a bizarre thud coming gone wrong, but obviously the more crafting you do to it, obviously the higher the level gets. But as you say there, using unique resources and materials, these materials will actually be stored on the mega ship. So while you go around crafting and gaining bits, don't forget you can lose them as well as gain them from somebody else. Okay.
Yeah. Now that's the worrying part, I think. But
it is
a long way to go yet. But
yeah. Just make sure it's locked on the slides, man. Not sure if it is.
It is locked on the slides currently. Yes. It is.
Okay. Good. All right. Yeah, and it says there, so materials can be stolen from the megaships. You face defeat against a handful of hands of the superior force. So if somebody else is if you're asleep and then some other alliance comes in and then takes all your goodies that you've just taken all day to collect, you're going to be a bit annoyed when you wake up the next day. But hey ho, that's Battle Pirates. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it almost feels like we're going to be pirates again and start stealing from each other.
Yeah, definitely. And it's got no impact on anybody that doesn't want to take part in it. That's the good thing about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much end game stuff, isn't it? It's not something that you're even going to be able to look at until you're towards the end.
Yeah, totally. You can choose to, you can not choose to. And as it says there, to defeat an enemy mega ship, it's a bit like we do in the 91s as well. You must destroy all the weapons, all the modules, and then blow up the bridge itself. And once the bridge has been fully destroyed, you'll earn the spoils of that victory. So depending on what that person saved up, or what that person's been crafting and working on, will depend on what you gain out of it. And obviously, once a little bit, we're a bit further down the line, hiving will start and that sort of stuff. So once you start hiving, I'm guessing if you beat another alliance and they've been hiving, you may be able to steal a little bit from each person's mega hull. I don't know whether it's that one mega hull. It might sort of distract a few people from joining the battle, or more get into the battle, the better you go, sort of stuff. But the hiving bit is the most interesting bit, I think, to be honest. But we'll see. It'll be, it means that all your alliance needs to be on at the same time, obviously.
I can see. Yeah, I mean, as we did this mention earlier as well, as I can see this being like the kind of thing.
No going to sleep.
It's going to cause some alliance tensions, I think. It's going to cause like people to be shouting at each other and say,
It'll be interesting, to say the least.
It's going to be interesting.
I would imagine that it's going to be just like the base, right? I mean, once it's been hit and it's been through a battle, you're probably going to get some sort of protection against being hit for a certain amount of time. So what you're going to get is when people want to go to bed, they're going to be out trying to hit mega holes so that they can get a mega hole bubble to go to sleep with, right?
Yeah, possibly, mate. I don't know.
But also, it may not be, like say a player comes and destroys your hull. Like they're not going to maybe clean you out, are they? They're maybe just going to take a percentage. Say, for example, let's just for a completely example's sake, say that you had like 5 million zinc and 5 million metal. They would maybe take 3 million of each or 2 million of each. Not.
Yeah, I can't imagine it to zero because you'd be so demoralised. You'd be like that, right? That's waste of time for 2 months of building.
Yeah, they're not going to put you in a position where you can't continue.
They put you to zero. You haven't even got enough to repair.
Yeah. But I know, but that's that's what people are going to think. That's what people are going to think straight away. I'm not getting involved in that because people will just come and steal it all. So I know the community, they kind of have that kind of worried attitude sometimes. So.
Okay, so I did sort of slightly race through the slides on the mega hull there because actually it's for a niche market piece of the game community, but it is the ones that pay for the game generically. And like I said, I'll put these up, and I can imagine the people who actually really do the mega hulls probably do go on the forums and do look at the stuff anyway. But like I said, I'll put the PDF up anyway, and they can look at it. They can look at it obviously a bit later on as well if they wished.
I could see this becoming an everyday thing, though. Having to go and get parts because you had parts nicked.
Or go and steal parts because you want some more because you're greedy. Stu.
Or coin, Stu. Coin, as you would do.
No, mate, no.
You are one of the filthiest coiners I know.
I don't know. There are a few around.
Well, yeah, I mean, Gadget's pretty. He's quite a mucky boy himself as well. So
He is selective, though, isn't he?
Selective, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. He's gone for a coffee quickly, so we can talk about him quickly for a second.
Let's talk about him. What do you guys really think about Dave? Okay, well, no, there's some interesting stuff, and I mean, I think we can only speculate about what we think is going to be. It's kind of, we've got a rough idea, but until we actually see it, you know, sometimes in principle things they roll out differently to what they say they're going to roll out to, you know, or it doesn't quite meet the expectations we thought it does, or it exceeds the expectations in some cases. So it's going to be interesting to see on Thursday.
I saw a post, obviously, from Riker, and they've put a lot of hours into this over the last 2 months. A lot of hours, so much so, and as it says on this slide here, you know. So as stated, the gantry construction is nearly complete for many people, and in fact, okay, when your gantry construction is complete, then the the 91 NPCs will then spawn in the sector and at Orange again and start dropping the Hyperion fragments, which people have been working on. I know they have. And once all those fragments have been collected, your Hyperion ship construction is complete. The same targets then will give you a third resource, which will be for upgrading and building your materials used to create the modules. So that's just, you know, those targets are going to stay around for a long time, and we've got the Apollos and we've got the things to hit them with. So it's making sense now, isn't it?
That sounds good, as long as there's enough 91s about, because at the moment it's got to go to Orange to get it, which means you're going to have to waste your time getting the bar up to Orange before you can even hit the bloody things.
Nah, just jump into an active sector, man, and stay there for a week, and you'll be golden.
In your world, I've already started bookmarking the active sectors in my world. You know, and you can get to any sector, can't you, in no time at all. So.
But if you're like us and like you jump around each week.
But you already know the big active sectors in each world. You've got a rough idea where they are. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, it doesn't take long to scan from one side to the other side of the world. You can do it in a few minutes. You know, it doesn't take very long. And just bookmark a few. But anyway, so yeah, so those are the key points about it. Now the note there from Kix is, it said, you know, please give it a go. However, please notice that this is going to be an open live beta session. Basically, I love the word they went. Things might have bugs. They might go a little wonky. There might be a bit unusual behaviour. But if there is. Wonky.
That's a new word from Kixeye.
Wonky was their actual term, so I put that in little brackets there. I thought it made me giggle.
Direct quote, yeah.
But please be prepared to gather some feedback for them. They're going to actually put a link on the forum in their own, obviously, their own webpage, to collect all the data. Or they're also having people put tickets in. They've got something really specific that's not coming up in the forums. But the more they gain, the better it can get, they reckon. So, you know, like I say, it's a game within a game. It's great, isn't it? You know, so.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like mega holes, or at least I hope that this is like the thing for us to do at the end. You know, the big players, when they get to the end and they've done all the stuff, but you know, the lower end stuff, it's something to occupy them at the higher end. So Kixeye no longer need to continuously pump content in that higher end. Therefore, allowing the lower and middle end to be a little bit more balanced. At least that's at least what I hope it's for. Anyway, that would make sense to me.
You honestly think they're going to stop pumping out content for us, mate?
Well, yeah, but if they pump out content for mega holes, then it's irrelevant to the rest of the game. Do you know what I mean? So then while they're keeping us busy at that end of the game, where it doesn't affect the balance of anything else, then they can adjust the bottom end to bring those new players flowing through without them quitting at level 50, which is where the game's been for a while. Do you know what I mean?
That's the potential here, isn't it? Where
that's what I hope, yeah.
Yeah, you can let the other people catch up and do their other bits and bobs.
They'll always quit at level 50, because at level 50 they become farms for the bigger guys.
Mm-hmm. No, I know, but I mean, like the new blood of the game. You know, we want to keep pumping that through.
And the level 50 thing doesn't really make a difference, to be honest with you, because I mean, I've hit so many bases that are level 80, 90, and they're farms. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So it's not, when you hit 50 you're a farm. I mean, some people when they're 90 they're still a farm, and they don't care.
Well, you've hit your own base, Dave. Hey.
No, I was going to say I hit yours.
My base is level 102, but it is a farm sometimes. So. I thought that was a good one from me, but no one went for it.
I'm just saying your base was one of the easiest ones in that campain.
With that guard, it didn't work, all right? I did notice that it was cheaper for me too. But I just thought that was because I knew the layout inside and out.
So there's a question in chat there, and basically it's saying how many people can battle in the mega hole battle. If I flip back, I remember them saying that it's the person that owns the hole, and then an additional 4 can hive in, or 4 attackers to come in as well. So it would be up to 8 packs, wasn't it, including plus the person that owns it?
But the thing is there's a little bit of ambiguity here, right? Because is that up to 5 mega holes can join only, or because I was under the impression that with each mega hole that joined, there were a certain amount of regular fleets that could be attached with that mega hole. So does that mean you can only have 5 mega holes on each side and no supporting fleets, or you can have 5 mega holes on each side and all their supporting fleets? Because that could mean you got a battle with like 40 fleets in it.
Well, my biggest concern, even if I was to see a battle of a mega hole versus a mega hole, with 4 guys of your alliance jumping in with supporting fleets. Now, that's 20 ships plus a mega hull versus 20 ships plus a mega hull. Let's just say, like you said before, when we had this conversation a couple months ago, Gadget, let's just say that they were Hellstars and they were spawning out drones as well.
Yeah.
I mean, things could just get absolutely silly here. And would the server just implode in your face? You know, I mean, can they cope with this? That's
my worry as well, mate. I feel like the minute this goes live and people start using it, all hell's gonna break loose at Kixeye and everything. And that little hamster on the wheel that powers their servers is gonna just roll over and die. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to send them a bigger muffin basket this year.
I honestly think that the battles themselves as an individual battle. Just think of what we used to do when they very first opened up the Draconian base. Sorry, the Dubs. The Draconian bases. When they very first opened them up, they were closed off for a year and a half and that sort of stuff. And all of a sudden, everybody went in teams of 4 of you to smash these things. There was 4 fleets of their stuff in there. There was your 4 fleets going in, and actually, it didn't really lag, to be honest. So if the numbers across the whole world are similar, we might get away with it. I'll say might.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they've already prepared. Maybe they've already prepared for it, but it's just it's just perhaps they've already worked all that out and it's fine because there's whole server side stuff now.
And they have spent quite a long time working on it as well, right? It's not a small piece of work that they've just put together in a week.
It's a huge project.
It's been a long time in the work. So I mean, technically they have had plenty of time to prepare for stuff like this. Do you know what I mean?
It's exciting. I mean, this is potentially one of the biggest in-game features to ever be released into the BP. I would feel so comfortable in saying that. And do you know what?
It's the biggest. It's the biggest. I mean, look. Just if you look at how much is going to be involved in it, it's the biggest thing they've done, really.
And do you know what's even more great? To when I think about that, I think, okay, I'm in BP now for my 5th year, and 5 years into this game, I'm seeing the biggest feature ever released in BP coming into BP. Now, most games like BP, MMOs, MMO RTSs, they don't even last 2 years. Some of them disappear after their 1st year. So to see BP here 5 years later with the biggest ever release coming
Do you know what it is?
It's a testament to Kickstarter.
No, it's a giant middle finger to all the people who are always in the forum saying, this game's dead.
Yeah.
It's a giant middle finger.
Always makes me smile.
You know what? Companies don't put this much man hours into something when they're about to close down a game.
Yep.
Gadget. It's like we said earlier on, mate. What cost you put on ego?
Do you know what I mean?
You put whatever you can afford to put on it.
Exactly.
Because nobody wants their ego hurt. As long as you can hurt someone's ego, they'll spend money. If they spend money, the game stays alive.
Well, it's a happy time for me. I mean, that's all. I just thought it was worth mentioning that because, it is exciting 5 years later, and we're still seeing these big updates like this. So,
I'm really excited for the feature, mate. I'm excited and worried at the same time, though. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of ways they can really mess this up, man. Like if they put some ridiculously astronomical repair time on the mega hull, right?
Yeah, because they want us to use it. That's
exactly. And if you put a massive repair time on it, a lot of people just aren't going to bother. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people will look at the repair time and just say, well, screw that, I'm not even going to take part.
Your mega hull is going to need to fix in half a day, I think.
Well, it's not only that as well. It'll be the cost to get the components for it. How long is that going to take?
How much of a chore is it to keep it running?
And how much are like you're going to lose if like you lose a fight? You know, it's a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
got potential to be really good or really crap.
Yeah. But you know what? Here's the thing, right? I can absolutely guarantee you that this is not going to go smoothly because it's such a big thing. Like there is definitely going to be problems.
But I don't think any reasonable game player expects something this big to go smoothly right off the bat, right? And I mean, if you do, then you're living in Cloud Cuckoo land, really, right? I mean, let's face it, it's a Flash game.
And in live, I mean, we're going straight into a live. There's not like here comes out, a test. We're going straight into this. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they've been testing it themselves, in the background and stuff. But once it gets out there and it goes across, it goes across the internet and it gets to everybody's little hamster wheel. And everybody's got to try it on there, and you've got to try it on, like Ren's laptop,
yeah, Ren just in his office, like.
Yeah, Ren's got some extra hours again at work, Yeah.
Well, it's. I feel like I'm really excited to see this because I feel it's such a big thing. Hi Laredo, Laredo just popped in the chat there. Such a great thing to see, but in the same sense, I'm like Gadget. I'm very scared because I know that there's going to be issues. I just don't know how big, and I really want. I actually like. For once,
I want for them to get this right.
Yeah, like I want this to go well for Kickside because I don't want the forum on Thursday to be like, oh my god, guys, you can't even get one thing right, like the same old thing. I generally want it to roll
come in,
bam,
just come in, yeah.
Bam, have that, build that shit.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Get some of that.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh, let's get back on some slides, shall we? There we go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So no, it's okay. It's good. I knew this would take a little while. So the Megaship NPC campaign, okay. And so this feature rolls out early adopters for the Magaships, okay, or Gadget, and obviously it is a classic example there. Will be provided with the opportunity to test out their new toys against a campaign where they'll fight against the regular NPCs, so the 91s and that sort of stuff, and maybe some from previous raids and that sort of stuff. So you're going to be able to fight, obviously, the NPCs that are already out there. Mm-hmm. Consider this campaign as a tutorial. I thought that was quite a good idea. Sort of blends you into it. And so I'm hoping we also get other people to be able to view. That'd be really good as well. If we can view the fights.
I think this would be the perfect time to bring up the fact that I really think Kicksai are missing out on an opportunity by keeping this mega hull as not being possible to be coin sped up at the moment, right? I really think they should get their butts in gear, get everything together, and allow people to speed it up, because there are a lot of people that will speed it up just to be able to get the opportunity to be at the front of the line when it comes to getting everything for it and working out how it works and the mechanics and everything else. Do you know what I mean?
I may be one of those people.
This guy may be one of them. Do you know what I mean?
I may be one of those people.
I only have 3 gantry parts. I've been that busy doing other stuff, and work's been busy, and running the TFC and all that sort of stuff. I just haven't had the time to get out there and do it. So if
you're not going to be a happy pirate then, right now. Or...
Well, I did see there were some deals there for some gantry parts, so I could catch up.
Well, that means I know exactly whose mega hull I'm going to be farming for parts first.
There won't be much in it. It'll be a broke-ass pirate mega hull, I can tell you that, mate.
There won't even be a hole there.
It'll just be a hollow hole.
A gunboat placeholder.
But as it said, mate, I'll have a wobbly if you do that. Rightio. Okay, so this is that bit about the Megaship R&D materials then. So upon constructing your Megaship, a new tab will appear in the Forsaken R&D objectives. So you're going to have 2 tabs now. So this will allow you to craft materials, advanced components, and mega alloys for upgrading your modules. Remember, these materials are stored only on the mega hull, and they can be stolen upon the defeat by an enemy megaship. So just bear that in mind. It's not stuff you can hide in your base. You can't go and top it.
Hang on, just to clarify, because that, again, is quite specific. It says can be stolen upon defeat by an enemy megaship. Now, it's not only megaships that can attack your megaship.
Surface fleets, right? Wasn't it?
If I'm out and I'm driving around the map with my fleet, I can just hit your megaship with a regular fleet, and I think more than one can hit your megaship.
But only a megaship can carry those components. Therefore,
is that the
There
case?
needs to be a megaship in
yeah,
there.
it would have to be a megaship versus megaship to carry the materials.
Well, I don't know. Laredo's in the chat. You know, can you shed a little bit of light on that, mate? Do you have to hit a megaship with another megaship in order to steal parts from that megaship, or can you do it with a regular fleet as well?
It'd be bad if you could.
Because that's something I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Theoretically, though, are you going to be allowed to? I thought megaships were specifically mega versus mega. Are you going to be allowed to even engage a megaship?
No, Laredo said ages ago when we first started talking about this that once your megaship is built and on the map, it can be attacked by any surface fleet.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean, though, that, you know, if that surface fleet can't carry the components away, then it's great going and killing someone's megaship like we do the 91s anyway, but actually you're going to gain very little from doing so.
Yeah, it's just something that would be, you know, I'd like to know that for sure.
Or maybe you're going to take a percentage away. I don't know.
Because if you can't take anything away by hitting it with a normal surface fleet, then what would be the motivation to hit it with a normal surface fleet?
I'm hoping,
Well, it's just that ego again, isn't it?
It seems like a useless mechanic to put in there if there's nothing for you to gain from using it. You know what I mean? Like, why spend the time doing the coding to allow people to do that if there's no incentive for them to do that?
Yeah, but if they do that, then nobody will use the megaships, mate. They'll just hit with normal fleets.
See, I just don't know. At this time, his understanding is only a megaship can steal from a megaship, but any fleet can attack a megaship.
That's what the radio's just said, yeah.
Okay. Well, it still leaves the question in my mind of, well, what's the point of attacking with any fleet if you can't get anything from it? You know what I mean?
Wear it down, get it near.
I'll tell you what it means.
Oh, maybe to prep it, yeah.
But it also means they can't battle unless they coin it. Because if you want to be a real arsehole and you want to go and prepare to start hitting somebody else's,
no one's an arsehole in this game. TSM.
You could go and knock out everybody else's megaships bar one, then go and attack them. They can't hive, and then you can hive, and then you're going to win everything.
Yeah, I can see a lot of things. This is the thing, man. I can see a lot of strategies.
There's so much coming.
I can see a lot of strategies being used that Kickstarter haven't anticipated.
Dave's getting excited.
Dave's definitely excited.
It's almost as exciting as one of my allowance members every time I say Hail Rafe. He loves that term as well. Anyway, right, so there we go. That's where we are. That's the R&D material. So a separate R&D tab, okay, specifically for the megaship, which I think is fantastic. Yeah, again, keeping the two things separated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if you can hit somebody's base while they're in a megaship fight.
Oh,
you're an arsehole.
Why are you dropping out all the tactics that we're all thinking about, Monster?
Oh, look, he's in the chat now, bless. Kieran's in. Yeah. Okay, so there's his picture. Okay, so we're up and running. So there's a picture of our Hell Wraith, okay? And thanks for Doom for releasing those earlier on. So, go on then, Liam. Pronounce that one then.
Civil War Schism.
Civil War Schism, yeah.
Oh man, you sport it. I was waiting for you to do that one.
Well, what do you think I'm going to say? What do you think I was going to pronounce it?
Me and Liam have a financial arrandment about pronunciation on
basically, he pronounces things for me now, and I give him finance. That's like the team now. So yeah.
Okay, so Laredo's asked for confirmation on that already. So
awesome. Thanks a lot, Laredo.
We might get that before the end. We better luck. So come on, let's look at this goddamn hull raid, shall we?
Yeah, it's a very sexy looking thing.
It is. So let's look at the August event. Okay, it's the Civil War hull raid.
Have you not got the? Have you not? Sorry to interrupt. Have you not got the pictures of the weapons as well?
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Sorry, I just thought you would have put them up. I thought you would have put them up with the picture of the hell.
Don't rush someone. Come on.
That's the title screen, all right? Because did that specially just for Doom because he sent me the picture. Okay. And yeah, so there we go. So the final battle lines have been drawn, but not captains. Okay, Zoe and Harlock face off for the very last time for the control of the seas. Bloody, 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 blur. Okay, then. So it begins on Thursday, the 11th of August, 2016. It's a 6-day whole raid, basically. And you can choose your side again. Take into that what you want to. But bear in mind, by choosing your side, you gain something, you lose something. As it did last time. Which threw us a little bit.
That's really unpopular in the community, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of people have said, you know, why should we have to make a choice where we automatically take a debuff?
I'm just getting the other badge. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you give us a buff, but then you give us a debuff that's going to basically make the buff worthless.
That threw me, I must admit. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get some. Oh no, I'm going to lose some. But there we go. You know,
I mean, honestly, a lot of people were saying that it was really noticeable that the Zoe's one was weaker, but I personally didn't find that at all. Honestly, I didn't really find that it was any more expensive or cheaper than it normally was for me.
I was R&D 30 and everything was R15, and so I was up there, and it really didn't make a great deal of difference. I didn't even use any crews this time.
Yeah, no, it was exactly the same repair time for me as it was the raid before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then again, this time round they were sculled, whereas last time round they weren't.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Which is far more important, isn't it? To be honest, as we all know. So there we go. So as it says there, good for you, mate. Megaship components will also be available for redemption during this event.
Hey.
Okay, using event points. So that's great news, isn't it? It also says.
So that means instead of the raid taking you 2 hours, Dave, it might take you 4, mate.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You might have something to do for the whole evening. There we go.
I know, right?
Okay, so the list for prizes, as it said, they're still undetermined. They're not going to release the actual full list of prizes until the Tuesday before the raid starts itself, and that's so they can tweak the final list.
It's a whole one. I mean, we know
what. You know what it's like. Everyone goes, "Oh, can you put this in? Can you put that in?"
It's not so much the prizes that we're interested in, no Monster. It's the prices that we're interested in. Right. Well, I mean, we all know roughly. We all have a fairly certain idea of what the prizes are. It's just what price tag they're going to carry that everybody really wants to know.
All I can say is, please don't go crazy. We've got a lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of subs coming in the month, that sort of stuff. Let's not rape and rape everybody.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see the ECM destroyer in there again.
What, for 60 gazillion points?
Well, I don't know about the points, but given the fact that there's like subs coming in again, you know, it might be something that they think is relevant.
Nah, because the Dead Eyes just smash it, mate.
If you got them.
Well, yeah. Well, most people have. So, do you know what I mean?
I know we only finished the top 5% of the game, but there we go. Anyway, moving on. So there we go. So let's have a look at the top 3 prizes then, as we said then. So there we go, Kieran. There's your Hell Wraith. Okay, and so there is a decent sized picture actually on the TFC Facebook site. So I've just shrunk it down there. So as we know, it's a Reaver submarine. Okay, which is cool.
No.
Okay.
That's the only thing I don't like about this Reaver.
Well, it's just a fixed multiplier I'm concerned about. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But the fact that it's Reaver.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that it will only have 100% repair mod, just like the other subs have got.
And I'm also hoping it turns, because we know what Reaver stuff's like. It's great, it's straight line. It can't turn for shit.
Yeah, it's going to go really, really fast, but don't turn corners.
Right across the screen from one side to the other. Anyway, the thing is, as it says, look, it boasts an overload ability which increases combat speed, concussive resistance, and explosive resistance after sustaining damage. Oh my god.
It doesn't say anything about turn speed.
No, it doesn't say it turns on a dime, does it?
Yeah.
So I think you just got to blast one side or the other. And like I say, thanks to doing
it's basically designed for this raid type, right? I mean, look at the bonuses it gets. It gets extra speed, it gets concussive defense, and it gets explosive defense, which is all the damage types that you're going to get in these Reaver Armadas, right? And the combat speed, obviously, to help get you further away from it before it explodes. You know
Sorry, I just read chat. That's really funny.
Your mate going on about the Hell Wraith and someone else.
No, someone at the bottom. My wife just said it looks like a
upside down from. Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it?
And it may go like, well, once it gets hit
maybe
a few
little
times.
bit too honest in chat there.
Yeah,
The fact that your wife even has one is, you know.
It's like, why's your wife's jumping rabbit on fire? I don't know what's going on there.
I know, right? You keep it in a jar of uranium?
Moving on. So yeah, like I said, so thanks to Doom for obviously the picture that came out, obviously of the torpedo, because that was missing. So
Decent. Decent, very ambiguous term, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's some interesting
reload. Do you know what I mean? That leaves a lot of scope.
It doesn't mean anything, does it?
No.
You know. So equipping the torpedo increases the combat speed of any hull it's attached to. Got that? Okay, so that's a bit like a Z-top and a bit like a B-top. Okay, but special ability when the ship is at lower health. That's a bit of a concern. There's a high chance the weapon to go critical.
I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's got a new dynamic there. So
yeah, so it basically means that, you know, the more damage you've taken, the more dangerous you become.
Yeah, which then reminds you of the Marauder blinking special, doesn't it?
And you can almost see people building this and then getting it right down to a really low health and just leaving it on the map all the time.
And getting it trashed.
With a Phantom, right?
It also doesn't mention anything about turn speed, though.
Yeah.
So we could be just getting insanely quick here.
Okay, and then the special. This one does concern me.
A ship special that increases combat speed. No,
yeah, more speed.
Oh, okay.
No. But no, it just says cloak efficiency goes up the poo.
An update from the team. A mega hull can only attack another mega hull. It can't be attacked by a normal fleet of any type.
Oh, that is an update.
Yeah, okay, so that's interesting.
Right, okay, so fleets can join, but they can't start.
Fleets to guard. Either your alliance members can set fleets to guard your mega hull, but only another mega hull can engage you.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, reading about this, I wonder what the dive time is on this sub. Because everything is like, if it gets damaged more.
Man, we're jumping around tonight. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, mate. You know, we'll find out clearly very soon. But
I want to know how many specials it's going to have.
I just want to know how fucking fast it turns. Excuse my French. Because I know what they're like.
I reckon it's going to have about 500 combat speed.
And about 12.
Minus 15 turn speed.
Minus 15 turn speed. But
I've saved 4 special engines on 5 engines I've got spare that I've done for a reason, so I can also add thruster as well.
No, the key to this hull is making it slower. So you're gonna have to add heavy plate in and
yeah, Lorenzo knows. He's saying nothing here. I know. Anyway,
I wonder what the build time is on this talk.
Hmm.
I wonder.
Well, it's good.
I wonder how many I could fit on like my Ghost.
I wonder what the range is on it.
Yeah, this is true.
Dive time's 5 seconds, and it's got no turn. Oh dear. Yeah, it's interesting. Do you know what? It threw me a little bit because obviously I saw what was coming in the. Well, there's a slide about it in a minute about obviously the Phantom subs. I was hoping this might be like a baby Ghost Crawler, where there's just like going to be a sub. And it may not go into deep dive, but it just wouldn't come up at all. That's clearly not going to happen now, but, I thought that would be really interesting. And just the fact that it said that it loses some of its cloak efficiency by adding the special and that sort of stuff, when it gets hit. And I thought that could be quite an interesting concept.
But then they've just brought out all that new cloak stuff.
Yeah, I got that, so, But it still doesn't turn. Anyway, moving on. Right, okay. Okay, so the August Forsaken mission changes, okay. This is quite emotive. So, amended content of the targets arriving for the August FM on the 17th, okay. So that's obviously the week after the raid is finished. Okay, or a couple of days after the raid's finished. In addition to the next round...
freak out, Monster, and have a bitch fit.
Okay, we're going to get to him, he'll just call it anyway. In addition to the next round of new prizes, we were retiring the 107 Stronghold target and introducing 2 new targets. We all know there's a 102 coming and a 109 coming. Okay.
Right, they've only just released the 107.
Yeah, but basically the 107 has been bitched, doesn't it? Basically, because everyone was taking out the top and bottom tower and leaving everything else. They weren't taking it.
I mean, they could have fixed that really easily. Without getting rid of the 107, all they had to do was make the center part of it worth more points than the edges, and then that would have stopped that altogether.
Yeah. Just
you know
change
what I mean?
the payout points. That centre island right in the middle, like the OP.
Yeah.
If they just put a couple of turrets around that.
And made it worth more points and made the ones with the long range missiles on them worth very little points, then
5,000,
that would have stopped that happening, right?
So does this mean the 109s are going to be harder than the 107s?
Mate, it's going to be more nails than a freaking nail shop. No, it's going to be a little bit harder, apparently. That was the actual words.
Yeah,
It'll be a little...
But I've heard slightly more difficult.
I highlighted the word slightly. Okay.
I've heard slightly used by Kickside before.
This is not my cynicism.
Their definition of slightly and my definition of slightly are very different. Not slightly different, very different.
Yeah, and the Raiders just said there, basically, this is what was what Doom was saying about earlier as well. I think it was Doom anyway, but basically 4 of the 109 should get you it, and it's about 8 to 10, so it's about 30k, I think it is, for the 102s. And the 102s then are going to be a bit of a grind target, okay, and dealing less damage, ideally, than a 107. Okay, so we'll see about that. But it's going to be a slightly more damage, obviously, from the 109 compared to the 107, but you've only got to hit 4 instead of 5.
You know what? It's like any other target that comes out, Monster. Within a week of it being out, someone will have a fleet that will do it cheap. So
no, I've just refitted my fleet to make the 109s simpler. So
107s, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So it looks like I'm going to need another refit now.
Yeah, and 4 109s, it's not that big of a difference, is it? I mean, it was 5 107s.
Yeah.
Man, Mr. Visa's going to love you. Anyway, there we go. So this, as it says, this was done to flatten out the difficulty curve and the points needed to hit each of the top tiers for the Forsaken mission. I don't quite believe that sentence, personally. I think it's also mixed in with a few other issues, with a lot of people whinging like hell that their targets have been prepped out, and then obviously a lot of people that possibly shouldn't be getting tier 5 targets. That's a motive, I get it. But maybe are getting the tier 5 prizes just by going and kiting out other people's 107s.
Yeah, but that's going to happen to these 109s unless they've done what you and Dave were just talking about. If they can just go in the two ends and get the points, then that's all they're going to do.
Okay, so we'll talk about the weekend show after the 17th.
Look, mate, if I was a lower level and that was the most cost-effective way for me to get points, I'd be doing the same damn thing.
Damn right.
I'm not begrudging people for. Don't get me wrong. I'm not begrudging people for going in and taking out the ends, because if I was in their position, I'd probably do the same thing. But what I'm saying is that's probably a high motivation factor for why they've changed the targets. You know what I mean? Because they weren't. I'm sure they never intended for a level 50 to be able to go in there with a quick pinch and get a massive amount of points for very little damage. They never. I'm sure that wasn't an intended behavior.
Yeah, and Laredo's just said the same thing as what we were saying in chat. He expects that the poaching and the gutting will stop in the 109s. Not confirmed, but he expects it to happen. And otherwise, why change them?
They're obviously going to put. They're going to put those missiles in the middle as well, aren't they? That's what's going to be.
Okay. Well, let's see.
I imagine that's a guess,
So, something to look forward to. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That's it. That's the change of the Forsaken mission. Like it or lump it, is coming anyway. Let's test in the dust and let's adapt accordingly. Anybody that's just got to be able to hit a 107 now, clearly you can go back and hit a 102. You're going to take a bit less damage according to that. So you would still get there. It's just going to take you 8 or 9 targets as opposed to doing 5. And if you were gutting out and getting to tier 5, what were you getting each end? Was it 20,000 just over? Wasn't it like that? 20,000 for the top,
15 to 20 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, top and bottom. Sorry, 20 million, yes. So 15 to 20 million. And if the lower level target is going to be about 30, with a bit of luck then, it should pay off for them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just guessing there. If you need to hit 8 to 10 of them, then it sounds like 35... 40 million for each one of those 102s. Mm-hmm. We'll play it by ear. I mean, that's my guesstimation. So maybe it might not be so bad overall, to be honest.
I wonder I wonder how they've changed the 102, because the 87s currently you can do them with citadels, but if they start throwing those missiles, then you're not going to be able to do it.
But the 87 was a true raid target,
Yeah,
wasn't
and they're not touching the 87s. They're just this only concerns 102, 107, 109. 107's going, 102 and 109 are coming. All the rest of the targets are staying unchanged as far as I know.
I still use Citadels for the 107s as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, with a Punisher lead and just push them around the outside.
I don't, because that means I've got to drive. And so,
Yeah, all right, mate. Moving on.
Heaven forbid.
So there we go. So there's the tier 5 content. I've not any pictures yet, but then you can see there. I'm not going to read them out, but you can read them yourselves. So there's 4 new prizes going in the tier 5. Okay, and that's the next.
I want to know if that anti-missile proliferation system is going to be a ship special or a turret special.
I didn't get an answer to that either, mate. I was asking the same question.
Because if it's going to be a ship special, then
Switchblade written all over it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna, yeah, but is the Switchblade a multi-shot?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the blueprint, isn't it? It is.
Its countermeasure aspect is, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that would be the only one that I can think of. The only countermeasure that I can think of currently that fits on a ship that has a multi-shot stat.
You mean they may have fixed Liam's Switchblade?
Let me just say to you, Kickside, it's too little, too fucking late on that one.
Your bitch Liam's not happy still.
No, I built.
He's been off a month crying about it. Come on.
Yeah, I've literally just come to terms with this. I even built the fucking Zoe's. Excuse my French, guys. I built the Zoe's Polo. You know, we're hoping that it would give me some kind of boost. I mean, they work, but it's too little, too late. Kickstarter.
Did you build the Zoe with Switch
as well? You know what's really funny about all this, Mark, is that this has got to be about the 5th time where Liam's gone, oh, I did this and Kickstarter screwed me, and every time he does it, I've warned him before he did it not to do it, and he's ignored me and done it anyway.
No.
I just got to throw that out there.
No. Once those things done, they work fine, all right. I can
testify, monster. You know it's the truth.
I can do raids cheap. I can do things cheap. I can do everything cheap.
I even built a Zoe's Apollo with switchblades on. He saw me use it, and I said, "This is crap."
And he still built it.
No, that was a standard Apollo. And you only built one ship.
A standard one, yeah.
I had faith in Kicks at the time. You know, what can I say?
Okay, so look at the second prize then. Obviously, a sub-centric special that combines cloak time with cloak efficiency in a single component.
That's interesting. So that's basically cat and bat in the same same special.
Thing. I like that.
But the problem with that is
there's 2 separate retros.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's 2 separate retros. So which retro is going to apply?
Neither. It's going to be a new one.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're going to lose something there, man. And you know that's the whole reason why I don't use a lot of the specials like that stealth attack system 4, because when you retro it, it doesn't increase the. Is it the cloak efficiency or is it battery time that it gives you? That's that special.
You up your battery time, don't you?
Yeah, your battery. Yeah, but when you retro it, you get more time. There's one of them specials that gives you cloak efficiency, right? And it's the same cloak efficiency as Cat 3, but when you retro Cat 3, it gives you way more. Than when
that's
you retro
the one that does the what's it called?
Is it stealth attack system 4?
Stealth attack 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it is because I've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem with it, you know, because the retro doesn't affect the cloak efficiency. I will never use that special because you know I use Cat 3.
Yeah,
but people with baby subs have to, because if you want to start them messing about with a speed boost as well as a cloak efficiency as well as a dive time, you've got another option.
You haven't got the special slots, yeah.
You haven't got enough slots. You've only got 3 on some of the subs.
Oh yeah, I suppose for the Spectres and that though.
Yeah, it might be good for them subs with only 3 specials.
I think it will. I think it's really going to help them a lot.
Actually.
Because actually, what do they give a rat's ass about a few extra hit points?
Well,
I
almost feel like they should bring out a totally separate retro field for it that affects both. Do you know what I mean? If it combines cloak time and cloak efficiency, then they should bring out a totally separate retrofit field that gives you a boost to cloak time and cloak efficiency when you retro it. Right? And that way it doesn't affect any of the existing specials, it only affects that one. Do you know what I mean? But it affects both elements.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so let's look at the third one. A blunderbuss turret. I can't believe the name of it. Basically, a Forsaken siege cannon improvement allowing for widespread damage for a short range. Okay, turrets, that sounds like in the base, doesn't it?
Well, what damage type is it? Do you know what I mean?
Blunderbuss, is it tin tacks? I don't know. What is it?
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, a blunderbuss was a gun that you could throw pretty much anything down the barrel.
Yeah.
And fire it at someone, right? So, like, you could stuff turnips in it if you wanted to. And, you know,
could shove Apollos down it with switchblades on them.
You could just shove some of your old holes down there instead.
Yeah. Could you like dredge the bottom of your channel for scrap fleets and load your blunderbuss up with it?
It reminds me of Dick Dastardly and Muttley. It's a blunderbuss.
Yeah.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? If the turret was like Muttley holding a blunderbuss.
It's just funny, It's just proper. I saw the name and I laughed straight away. I mean, of all the things to put out, it's proper, Pirate Jack, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's an interesting name.
I mean, siege cannon, that's ballistic, but why would you need a ballistic turret? Because like everything we've got hits from range.
Yeah,
unless it's got.
A bit like the Vulture missile, maybe.
Unless there's gonna be a new Blitz fleet. New Blitz hull coming out, and it's not going to have ballistic deflection or something.
God knows. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what doesn't have...
I mean, the other thing is, you've got to remember, not everything on here is meant for us guys.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right, that's the other thing, right? That blunderbuss turret, it might not be something that someone like me would think about putting in his base.
But look what
but other people could put it in their base, right? I suppose it all depends on the level that you're playing at, right? You've got to look at it and decide on its usefulness to you personally and your point in the game. Do you know what I mean?
Put it this way, it's raising a smile to everybody, even in chat. So, I think it's likely then to be ballistic. And obviously, we know that some people have been putting some ballistic turrets back in as well, and putting ballistic stuff on their ships.
Laredo said it's a shotgun turret that fires scrap metal at the enemy.
So there we go. Okay, so you heard it there first. Okay.
Oh my God, Liam, you can use it, and you can type. You took our jobs in comms as it fires.
Yeah, where's
right?
Trent?
That would work. That would work for me.
Okay, and then the last one, which I'm not actually that enthralled with, okay, the Draconian armor that incorporates corrosive resistance with assault and siege deflection.
Yeah, I laughed when I saw that.
Bit late.
You know what I mean?
I had that same sentiment there.
But that being said, you could put it. Oh, I don't know. I mean, a lower level guy who's hitting bases that haven't got like all Deadeyes in them.
Oh yeah, it would.
Could put some of them on his Revenges to combat Drax Scatterguns.
Well, low-level guy, if he's got Revenges, yeah, okay, but I get what you're saying.
Well, there are loads of low-level guys with Revenges now, man. I've seen level 50s and lower running around with Revenge fleets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, this armor would be great for the upcoming raid.
Yeah, but you never know. We might end up getting a raid enemy that's like corrosive damage in the future. So.
Like a corrosive torpedo or something. Maybe the blunderbuss can be corrosive.
I don't know. I just love the radio's comments.
Well, mate, the sticks does corrosive damage. And,
yeah, true.
And so do Cobra scatterguns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
A couple of these plates on a base fleet. Especially if you're one of these guys that gets sniped by Cobra Tiger scatters all the time.
Do you know what? That happened to me today. I have to I think Far is his base name. I was attacking the base today, and I didn't see the sub that was just happened to be sat at the entrance. And when I looked back at my ship, I went, "Where's my ship gone?"
Yeah, I think Laredo did just hashtag Scourge in the chat there, which maybe he's suggesting that they're coming back.
Well, they have said that they might come back.
Well, they need to eventually.
They have actually said that before, that they're not like, even when they took it off the table, they said that they weren't taking it off the table and scrapping it. They were just taking it off the table at that moment.
Well, what are we getting subs for? What are we getting subs for if we're not going to have something about that?
And to be honest with you, with the tech that we've gotten in the last several months, if they were to bring the Scourge back exactly how they were the first iteration,
we might stand a chance.
I think most people could do pretty good against them. at the
I
moment.
quite enjoyed the Scourge, but it took me a while to get into it because it was dropped on us like a bombshell from hell.
It took me a while, maybe like 5 raids. It took me to get into it.
It wasn't there for more than 2. Sure.
No, they were there for the map targets were there for a while. You know, once you unlock the sector bar.
Yeah.
They were there for a while.
We'll see what goes. There we go.
Yeah.
There's a scary thing.
I love the Scourge because it was a Scourge target that me and Liam.
I just knew he was going to bring that
I
up.
won my Ghost Crawler and he didn't.
Well, I didn't want one anyway. I mean.
Anyway, come on, let's move on. Time's cracking on.
Yeah.
So, here we go then. So, a time-limited campaign feature featuring flagships. Okay, then, for a variety of submarines is scheduled for the week starting. The week of August the 23rd. Prizes include it's a series of Phantoms, as you can see there. But actually, there's a Phantom Hellwraith, which I'm really surprised about because I thought that would be in the next raid.
I think that's awesome, dude. I'm having that.
Yeah, well, I'm having it. I don't care what it costs, but I'm having one. Even if it does go to 100 mile an hour across the sea.
Well, no, the Phantom Hellwrath is actually the one that's got the turn speed.
That's already at R5.
No,
Its special ability is it gives
what it's going to be.
it gives turn speed to the rest of the fleet.
Yeah, it gives turn speed to the rest of the fleet. So if you ain't got it, your fleet's screwed, right?
Yeah, you basically need that to turn. You need the flagship to turn.
And do you know what's missing here? Why no Phantom Banshee?
We know why.
But look, I think also they did mention the Phantom Hellwrath's going to be about 18 days for the hull itself.
The thing is, none of those. I mean, talking about those subs, all those subs there are raid subs, and the Banshee wasn't. It was a limited campaign, and you can only get it from obviously the limited campaign. Which I got 4, and I really wanted a Phantom.
No, that's not true because it was in the last whole store raid because I picked up 5 of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't need to. You already had 4.
I picked up a bunch of them. I didn't get them in the campaign. I got them from the whole store.
Hey, maybe they'll be in this
Oh,
campaign.
I like the Banshee as a sub, but the map speed
it's just as slow as a.
it's just like it. That's why I don't use mine. It's just like I just can't be asked to sit there.
I don't know how many.
But have you used this? Got your R&D to 30, Monster?
Yes.
Oh, you have. You checked it out, yeah.
Yeah. I put Streamline 3 on mine. I had to actually get it to go anywhere, which was used at one of your specials, I know. But to be honest, I only just use them for prepping out people's bases that have got shit guards in them, so it doesn't matter. And then they zip across this water, But it's a bit of a waste of a special, isn't it? But it does work, I need some more time for that.
And what's that mean at the bottom? In addition to these ships, we will include a variety
a scattering. It's like a Cadbury's Rosie's box, isn't it?
Yeah, like what torpedoes are we going to get?
Well, you'll probably see like the Vortex torpedoes in Tier 1 and Siege B in Tier 2.
It's got to be. If it isn't the B, and if it's not the Z, and it's not potentially the Scourge torps, the stick and then there's something wrong.
Well, yeah, because it says to equip them for maximum efficiency. So
on a Tiger, you've got to have.
One would think that Vortex torps are out of the picture.
Well, hang on a minute.
You know what I mean?
Well, Liam's got to build his subs first.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
These other ones still trying to use fleets above the sea to do the next raid, but there we go. Anyway, let's not bitch on them too much.
Hey, that could be a good tactic. I mean, rather than refit a fleet specifically to purpose, you just use a surface fleet and muddle your way through to get the Hellwraith.
Yeah.
And then build that, and then you're ongoing for the rest of the raid cycles, right?
Well, bear in mind the coming raid is the format that we've been doing to this date, and the Hellwraith is coming in the current raid, so you don't need subs for this coming raid.
Oh, exactly.
It's for the one after.
This coming raid's the same, yeah. This coming raid you'll be fine with Switchblade Apollos.
Yeah, so you don't even need to build subs for the raid.
Not as far as you would be with Blade Apollos.
You can just wait for the Hellwraith and build that.
Mm-hmm.
That's my plan.
Spend 3,000 or 4,000 coin, man. Anyone can do it.
Or be 24.
Do you know what? I would be quite annoyed right now that if I've seen the upcoming raid and thought, right, I better finally bite the bullet and coin Tiger Sharks, which is something I almost did. To then see this raid having a sub in it, you'd be so angry, wouldn't you?
You would.
But that being said, it's like Renato did a post on the page about it and said, you got to think about it. They're offering you the hull you need to do the next raid cycle.
It's a first.
Before the next raid cycle even starts.
It's not a first.
And that's an awesome thing, really, when you think about it, because you've had plenty of time to either A, refit what you have, or B, you'll have time to get this hull and get something together in time for the raid. Well, and that's really cool.
Depends on the build time, though, doesn't it?
Well, that's
it does, yeah, of course.
So long as it goes in line with the rest that's happened the last couple of months, it's been pretty decent, I have to say. With the build tokens you've been getting through the FM, it's been reasonably decent.
Yeah, but they're adding more FM stuff soon, so.
But that's not till the 17th, mate.
But they add new FM stuff every month, Monster. You don't ever get a month where you.
It's only 2 weeks worth.
Where you can get tokens on every single week.
Yeah, but I was thinking, as they know, people that haven't got like Tiger fleets and people that haven't got sub fleets are going to have to build fleets, and with the sheer amount of time it's going to take them to build these fleets.
Well, they lowered the build times on shit.
I mean, I'll tell you now, right? The only thing I've done to my Tiger subs is put AA free on. I've done nothing else.
The only thing I did to my Tigers was build a few of them.
But I'm not taking the fleet because obviously the boom kills sub. So I'm just taking the lead sub with 2 others. I'm leaving 2 behind.
I've done a major refit to my Ghost Crawler.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Like a major refit.
Yeah, cheers.
It's still not even done.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Time's running out. Okay, so there's a VXP weekend scheduled for the 19th of August, and the VFX weekend will continue the same format as it has been, that sort of stuff. So look out for the big Reaver blow-up targets and get lots of VXP. Okay, and the focus for the Reaver targets will be found in the upcoming September raid event. So
I'm glad they're keeping that the same, because I think the way they've got it running at the moment is actually really good.
It's working, isn't it?
Yeah, it works really good.
It's not too mad for the.
Remember, build your holes then. Don't load it up with lots of armor and that sort of stuff and lots of weapons. Just build it with one thing and suicide the hell out of it and build it and get it repaired as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Put 10 switchblades on it and just go.
The bulkhead armor.
No, this is the noob, all right? He's been away a month. It's all changed.
Anything with really
Vortex
high repair.
torpedoes. Just get
No. You want Scourge torpedoes because they're longer build and repair. That's much better.
You can see Liam building his Hyperion with freaking Thud 1s on it.
Thud 1s, Vortex.
Okay, so there's a shard weekend obviously coming as well. Increased shard drops during the sector threat levels is planned for some time. I like that, sometime. Okay, in late August. More to follow. So we've got some dates already of some things, so it's going to be probably the last week. As a guess, sometime in the last week. So increased shard drop.
Okay.
So that's another one. New R&D levels. So the good news is we're going to get 30 to level 45, which is coming out soon. Okay. So no news on the specifics about what's coming, but they are due to come out very, very soon. That's all I know. Yeah, it's another thing planned for the very end of August.
They need to come out because it's in line with the whole Mega Hull release thing, is it not?
They need to come out now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hang a minute. Let me just rip back through a couple of dates here.
I wonder how many people in this game that are with the R&Ds just sat there now doing nothing.
So the VXP weekend, there you go. That starts on Friday the 19th. Okay. And let me just flip back to the TLC. Where did we find that? Where did I find the TLC? No. Sorry, I'm just going through.
Past it twice.
There we go.
3 times.
There we go. 23rd. Okay. That's a week. So it's a week. Yeah. So that starts in the week, whereas the other one starts the weekend.
Yeah. You know what, Monster? To answer your question, I'm sat on level 29 because I really can't be asked to go and hit 5 drat bases.
I just ordered them, mate.
I've been sat on level 29 for about a week and a half now, mate. I just can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I'm on level 26.
Mate, I'm not building a fleet of Centurions just so I can auto some drat bases.
Do you know what's a bit annoying, guys? Okay, we'll just change it slightly, right? The VXP weekend is before the release of the Phantoms. It would be much better the other way around, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, that kind of sucks, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's probably what Lena was getting at.
Yeah, maybe you guys should look at that.
That's not so clever, because then you have a whole month of trying to rank up your ships.
Yeah, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Laredo. You should pass that on, mate. That maybe they should look at that because that's a bit.
Ask about face.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is very, very much so. We should actually push that on as fast as we can.
And so the last one, then the new R&D levels, and that's it. And as always, the disclaimers at the bottom. Then all information is subject to change. Good on you, Andrew, for putting that in. That's the last slide.
That is the last slide, but we finally got there, and we're not too far off the time there either. That's only 3 minutes past, so did quite good for time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of slides, a lot of information, a lot of stuff going on. It's quite a lot to take in. So the slides will be posted on the page, as the video would also be uploaded to YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of information is in the forums also. So for anyone that's wanting to take a look back at those slides there, then Mark, you're going to post them up, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll do it straight after the show in PDF format so everyone can see in whatever system you're running. So.
Mm-hmm.
So my only ask, I think, is, to be honest, if anybody's unhappy then about the Phantoms going out after the VXP, you could always raise a polite forum request to maybe switch that around a little bit and see what happens.
Well, if you PM Gadget, and then what he'll do is he'll get all of the information together and send it across to Kickside for you. So everyone, if you all PM Dave.
Touche.
Every show. Anyway, thanks everyone. I guess Thursday is going to be the big rollout. Touch wood, fingers crossed for Kickside. Let's hope it goes smoothly. Saturday's show is going to be obviously very interesting because that's going to be our first chance to discuss this after the release. So I will do my best to push that VXP stuff anyway across the Kickside, all joking aside, and we'll see you on Saturday's show.
Yeah, take care.
And thanks everyone for coming out. Thank you.